Hello, my name is Margaret Thompson. I've lived for 59 years on this earth. Right now, I reside by myself inside a tiny home located in Portsmouth. My spouse passed away 8 years back. Only one child belongs to me. His name happens to be Thomas. Thomas relocated to Australia many years prior. Currently, he resides over there alongside his spouse and a pair of kids. His existence seems comfortable. He owns a spacious residence and maintains stable employment. Joy fills his days, yet here I remain, completely isolated. Each morning, I rise before dawn breaks. I tidy up the entire household. I prepare meals solely for my own consumption. Once evening arrives, I remain seated in solitude. Not a single soul visits my doorstep. Thomas rarely reaches out through phone calls. Occasionally, he transfers some money to my account. At times, he mentions, "Mum, I shall arrive shortly." However, his arrival never materializes. Despite everything, I continue waiting for his return. My affection for him runs incredibly deep. He remains my offspring. His childhood photographs stay preserved inside my bedroom. I gaze upon them daily without fail. On a certain day, somebody rapped against my entrance door. I pulled it open. Standing before me was Thomas. Shock completely overwhelmed me. My words came out hesitantly. "Thomas, have you actually arrived?" A grin spread across his features. Happiness seemed to radiate from him. I wrapped my arms around him tightly. Tears began streaming down my cheeks uncontrollably. He stepped across the threshold. I brewed some tea, especially for him. We positioned ourselves comfortably and engaged in conversation. My question emerged. "How is Rachel doing? What about your little ones?" His reply came smoothly. "Everyone remains perfectly fine." Following that, I questioned, "What brought you here?" His response touched me. "I've been missing you terribly, Mum. Your life here seems so lonely. Concern weighs heavily on my mind regarding your well-being. My intention involves bringing you back to Australia with me." Silence fell over me. His gaze locked onto mine as he continued. "Your age keeps advancing steadily. Remaining here poses certain dangers. Accompanying me would be the wiser choice. Happiness awaits you there." My voice emerged softly. "However, this place represents my dwelling. My birth occurred within these walls. My marriage ceremony happened right here. Your dad spent his final days in this very house. Abandoning this property feels impossible to me." Thomas's expression shifted towards seriousness. His words followed. "This structure has deteriorated significantly over time. Its condition doesn't serve you well anymore. Over in Australia, everything imaginable will be yours. Your personal bedroom will be waiting. Daily interaction with your grandchildren becomes possible. Rachel genuinely wishes for your presence too." Throughout that evening, I remained seated alone, deep in contemplation. Which path should I choose? Departing felt wrong, yet Thomas was my sole child. The following sunrise brought Thomas's declaration. "Mum, disposing of this property makes sense now. Its purpose in your life has ended. Your future lies alongside our family. The proceeds can finance your fresh beginning." I directed my attention toward him. His smile appeared genuine. Perhaps his love for me was authentic after all, I reasoned. Therefore, I agreed. All right. I proceeded to sell my dwelling. Thomas collected every penny from the transaction. I gathered my belongings into luggage. Together we traveled toward the airport terminal. Sadness weighed upon my heart, yet simultaneously, contentment stirred within. My thoughts whispered, being near my son becomes reality now. Upon reaching the airport, Thomas stated, "Mum, remain positioned here. I shall retrieve a wheelchair for your convenience. The distance ahead stretches considerably. Walking that far, exceeds your capability. My return will occur within 5 minutes. I responded simply. Very well. I settled onto a seating area. 10 minutes elapsed slowly. Thomas failed to reappear. My assumption was that perhaps the queue extended longer than expected. I continued waiting patiently. 30 minutes ticked away. His absence persisted. Fear began creeping into my consciousness. My eyes kept darting toward the massive entrance repeatedly, but Thomas had vanished entirely. By now, 45 minutes had passed. I maintained my position on that same chair. Every passing face received my scrutiny, yet none belonged to my son. I reassured myself internally. Thomas would never abandon me intentionally. He's my child after all. A full hour went by. My heartbeat accelerated noticeably. Right then, a law enforcement officer spotted me sitting there. He approached my direction and inquired, "Ma'am, are you expecting someone's arrival?" My answer came, "Yes, indeed, my son." He went to fetch a wheelchair specifically for me. "Our destination is Australia together," the officer requested. "Do you possess his photograph?" I retrieved Thomas's picture from within my bag. Additionally, I displayed my boarding pass. The officer acknowledged with a nod. He stated, "Please maintain your position here. I shall investigate inside the terminal." I expressed gratitude. "Thank you kindly." Once more, I waited anxiously. After what seemed like an eternity, the officer returned. His facial expression had transformed into something somber. He positioned himself beside me. His voice dropped to a gentle tone. "Ma'am, regret fills me. Your son has already boarded his aircraft. His departure has occurred. The airplane has lifted off already. No wheelchair was obtained. He traveled solo." I became completely paralyzed. My heart seemed to cease functioning momentarily. My voice barely audible. I stammered, "No, this cannot be accurate. My son Thomas cares deeply for me." His promise involved taking me along. The officer revealed. I witnessed the entire sequence. He submitted his travel documents. He boarded an aircraft without any companion. Tears flooded my vision. My heart shattered into countless pieces. I wept uncontrollably, sobbing loudly. The officer's eyes also moistened visibly. He spoke. "Certain individuals lose touch with their compassion. My apologies, Ma'am." I managed to whisper, "Margaret Thompson is my full name." The officer introduced himself. "My name is James Anderson. Law enforcement constitutes my profession here. You bring back memories of my own mum. Her death occurred 5 years ago. Observing you causes her memory to resurface vividly." He then suggested, "Please accompany me now. Staying here serves no purpose. Illness might overtake you. Come to my residence. My spouse possesses a generous nature. She will prepare nourishment for you." I protested weakly. "But imposing upon you seems inappropriate." His smile returned as he responded, "No imposition exists here. This represents affection. You appear like a gift from above to me." James contacted his spouse, Emily. He communicated through the device. I discovered an elderly woman stranded at the airport terminal. Complete isolation surrounds her. Her son deserted her. May she reside with us temporarily? Emily's voice carried through clearly. Her agreement came. "Absolutely. Please escort her home." That particular evening, I found shelter within James's household. Emily delivered food to me personally. Her communication style resembled that of a devoted daughter. Alone in my designated room, I released more tears. Thomas occupied my thoughts constantly. My former house haunted my memories. Yet these complete strangers offered genuine affection. The subsequent morning, James received an incoming telephone call. He relocated to a separate room. His voice remained deliberately subdued. Later, he approached me again. My inquiry emerged. "Has any problem arisen?" His smile reappeared as he assured, "No, everything remains perfectly fine." However, I detected anguish reflected in his eyes. What remained unknown to me was this devastating truth. The aircraft that Thomas boarded had experienced a catastrophic crash. 0 passengers survived the disaster. Thomas had perished, but James deliberately withheld this information from me. He understood that my love for my son endured still. Despite his terrible actions, I continued offering prayers for him. I maintained hope that someday, somehow, he might return. Days moved forward at a crawling pace. I remained under James and Emily's care. James managed every aspect of my needs. He accompanied me during medical appointments. He purchased all my prescribed medications. His treatment toward me mirrored that of a biological son. His spouse showed me genuine respect. Their dwelling transformed into my sanctuary. Their relatives became my adopted family. Prayer became my only activity. I prayed for Thomas's departed soul. I prayed for the grandchildren he left behind orphaned. I prayed that no other mother experiences what I endured at that airport terminal. One particular day, James posed a question. "Do you ever contemplate returning to your previous dwelling?" I met his gaze and replied, "That property was already lost to me, but discovering a genuine home happened right here." Thomas had departed from this world, yet I received the son I genuinely deserved all along. I sensed deep gratitude. What action would you take if Margaret's circumstances became yours? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If this story resonated with you, please press like, leave a comment, share widely, and subscribe to our channel.